like that.
There's going to be question and answers
Gotcha,
too.
gotcha.
And the demo is usually last.
Okay. Welcome. Welcome. On behalf of Chief Weiss, I do want to thank you all for coming out today on what seems to be a very innovative way to help cool firefighters in their job that they do on a daily basis. We ask these firefighters on every call as they are dispatched on the emergencies that we have in the area to put their bodies through some extreme conditions, and heat is one of them, especially in these summer months. And I got Benjamin Kogler here with Polarbreeze, and they've come up with an innovative way to help bring that core temperature back down to homeostasis. So without any further, I'll pass it over to Benjamin. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Before I forget, I want to introduce Jamie Blackstone. Jamie is the CEO of the company. I'm the president of the company, and her husband is the inventor, Dr. Ralph Blackstone, a Clearwater physician, MD. Okay? So, the Polarbreeze machine is a revolutionary, state-of-the-art machine. This machine was built to increase stamina and peak performance among firefighters and athletes. Primarily, in addition to firefighters, our other market are school districts, where we are dealing with, according to the Center for Disease Control, and this is a quote, "The leading cause of death and injury among high school athletes is heat stroke." It just so happens that the leading cause of death among firefighters is cardiac arrest, followed by heat stroke. And if you go to the internet, you can see a lot of studies that correlate the connection between heat stroke and cardiac arrest. This machine is state-of-the-art in the fact that it achieves a body core temperature of dropping it 1 degree every 2 minutes based on recent testing. And the testing has been going on for 2.5 years. There were several years of research and development, and the Clearwater Fire Department was instrumental in helping us with that research, as was the Fire College, the Florida Fire College in Ocala, where we have been testing for the last 2.5 years, primarily with the smoke divers. The unique aspect of this machine that sets it apart from any of its competition, and the competition goes back 70 years, and the competition are misting fans, cooling chairs, air-conditioned tents, and even ice water immersion. And the reason that it's so different and so efficacious is because it not only cools from the outside in, but it cools from the inside out. And by that I mean, this machine here, when a firefighter is rehabbing, first of all, it will handle up to 3 individuals at one time when they're not in the heat stroke range, when they're just doing thermal rehab. The guideline among firefighters is something called NFPA 1584, which is thermal rehab. Technically, they're to come out of the firefight every 15 to 20 minutes and cool down. When they cool down, they use these tubes and they put them down the front of their shirt, the back of their shirt, down in the groin area where the femoral arteries are. But when they're in trouble, when someone is pushing 103 toward 104 plus, the official range is 104.8 for where hyperthermia takes place, they're to wear this hood. And the hood can go on, people don't have eyes in both the front and the back of their head, but this was designed so that if someone does not like the force of air coming into their face, they can turn it around. And these bibs, this goes underneath and inside the jersey. I don't want to, I've got too much stuff on to stick it in there right now, but we'll demonstrate it later. And what it does is it blows up for the individual from their waist to the top of their head, cold air. That represents 45% of the skin surface area of the body. The total body has about 2 square meters of skin surface area. But the thing that separates this from everything else, all of the competitive methods, is that when you put this on, you're actually breathing in cold air. And this cold air has got a differential, excuse me, of about 40 to 45 degrees from what the outside air is. Your home air conditioners in Pinellas County has a differential of about 20 to 22 degrees. So in other words, if it's 100 degrees outside and you set your thermostat at home at 70, you'll be lucky if you'll be able to cool your home to 78 or 80 degrees. The higher the humidity, the bigger the problem.